Erik, I'm not sure how much you'll have any input today as regards to the delegation that are here with a view to taking over the club. Obviously, I'm guessing you didn't get a chance to speak to the Qataris yesterday, but will you get a chance to speak to today's delegation, Jim Ratcliffe? If so, what is your message to the potential new owners at the moment?
I just met them, we shake hands, but I'm focused on the game, and we play a big game on Sunday, Fulham, and all our focus is on that, and others in the club are dealing with potential investors.
Just in broad terms, though, is there anything you can say that you would like the new owners, potential new owners, to bring to the club?
No, my job is in this moment focus on the game. So let's talk about the game, Fulham, and it's a big tie, and we have to get ready for that.
How have the cup competitions this season impacted the mentality within your squad?
I think we have to set here a culture, a winning culture, and we are Manchester United. We have to win all the games. We have to compete in all the leagues and to win all the leagues. So that has to be the mentality. It's not that you win all the leagues, but the mentality is when you go in a game, we have to win the game.
Speaking of mentality, and finally from me as well, Erik, Marcus Rashford, 30 goals this season in 48 games, including internationals, 24 in 19 since the World Cup. When others have dipped after that tournament, what is it about Marcus that he's been able to reach those kind of levels?
He progressed during the season, and he was also not in the best shape when he started the season. But then I think the way of play, it gives him a base, and then he brings his skills in, and then he brings his attitude, mentality in, and that I see that is bringing him a lot of progress, and that gives the team a lot of joy, and gives Marcus a lot of goals and us a lot of wins.
So, Erik, looking up to an international break, where do you think Manchester United are in terms of their position in the league? You're obviously third in the league, but where do you think they are in terms of competing for the biggest honours, the biggest trophies?
No, we have to, after Sunday, I will set conclusions. But we are now in 3 leagues competing, and we want to stay in those. So Sunday is a massive game for us.
And having won a cup at Wembley already, how much of an incentive is that to go back to Wembley in the biggest cup for us, the traditional cup for us, and get there?
Of course, it's huge motivation. We all really enjoyed Wembley. We all really enjoyed winning a trophy, and it has to be the fuel for next one to get pushed by that idea, and that has to bring extra energy to beat Fulham.
James.
Erik, we've seen with Marcus this season, his best season ever. What have you done with him specifically? You brought in Benny McCarthy, of course. I wonder what role he's had, because previous managers have said he kind of lacked that goal-scoring instinct to want to get the ugly goals, if you like. Is there something you've switched on in his head to change the way he's playing?
I think the most important is, of course, the way of play. That gives him base, give him structure, gives a team structure, and the way of play is in his favor because I knew his skills, and then you also bring staff around who can make him better, who can make him progress, or he gets motivated from. And I thought we needed one in the staff who is specific, responsible for strikers. And Benny's doing a good job, but don't forget the others in the staff, because it's about teamwork. And I think the staff is in a good balance, and we do it together. And it's not only about Benny McCarthy in that staff. It's about all have their specific jobs in our staff, and I think we cooperate really good together, and there's a good vibe, and also they challenge each other. And therefore, I think it's a total package that I want to report here, and it's not all about one person.
Hello.
Hi, Erik. Andreas Pereira's obviously played really well for Fulham this summer, this season. Is there any regrets at all about not keeping him here?
He's a good player, and I must say, I know him already a long time. I had him in the youth of PSV. Before he transferred to Manchester United, I'm really happy for him that he's progressing that good. And I think it was the right step for him because he has to play on a regular basis. And he didn't do it over several years in Manchester United. Then there's coming a point you have to switch and maybe a step back to get a step to progress in the future. And so I think he's doing a good job. That's quite obvious as whole Fulham is playing in a good way.
Yeah. Erik, before you came here, did you see a sort of 30-goal striker in Marcus Rashford? Because I don't think a United player scored 30 goals for sort of 10 years or so. And also, I just wondered if we could check on the contract situation, because obviously that's a sort of ongoing conversation about Rashford's contract with him being up next summer.
I think I will not go back, but I think I said it in the summer that the question came from you, one of you, and several times, if I believe if Rashford or Martial, one of them could score 20 plus goals, and I said yes, I believe. So find it back.
And that's about the contract, sorry, just a bit about Marcus's contract, if there's any movement on that.
When we have news, we will bring it immediately.
Last question in this section, Tom.
Erik, this is the first of 4 games without Casemiro now. How much thought have you given to having...
We already had many more games without Casemiro.
Well, that's true. And has what's happened in those games, because I think it's fair to say not all of them have gone particularly well.
Yes. We did really well without Casemiro. Against Arsenal, against the 2 against Leeds. I remember some other games. I think we did really well also without Casemiro, and also in the start of the season. But I want to have Casemiro available because he has a huge impact on our game.
Can you replace him like for like in that midfield? Is it just a case of slot someone in there, or do you have to make allowances because he is a very unique player?
Yes, but as I said, we also won many games without Casemiro, and so he's not available, and then we have to do it with other players, and it's about the 11, or let's say the squad, who's available to win this leg.
Okay, one question on our Europa League draw against Sevilla.
Hi, yes, you've got Sevilla, who've obviously got a very, very good record in the Europa League. What is your thought on that?
Back to Sevilla, and as you say, they have a very good record. You have to be aware of it. So, it's going to be tough because they are really experienced in the Europa League, win so many times, and so I don't know the team now in detail. I don't know, so I have to focus on that. But for me, is most important is Fulham, and I don't look forward to Seville because we have an international break, and then we have 3 Premier League games. So there's much time to focus on that. But definitely, I think all the opponents who coming to this stage of the Europa League, they are strong, and it's about you have to play your best football if you want to come through, and it's definitely the case if you face Seville.